US legacy carrier Delta Airlines has agreed to pay $330 million to acquire a 15% stake in Canadian airline WestJet. This marks the latest development in the SkyTeam members' ongoing partnership with the airline, which dates back more than 14 years to the start of 2011. Delta hopes that its stake in WestJet will benefit both airlines and their customers in various markets. Separately to Delta's deal, fellow SkyTeam member Korean Air has also announced its intention to acquire a 10% stake in WestJet. While, like Delta, the carrier has been a codeshare partner of the Canadian airline for many years, the partnership will look to make the customer experience between carriers even smoother. Announced in a joint statement in early May, Delta Airlines' 15% stake will be purchased from Onyx Partners, which Delta explains as, quote, the upper middle market private equity platform of Onyx, a Canadian investor and alternative asset manager. Even after these deals, Onyx will continue to have some degree of ownership and control of WestJet. The terms of the deal will also permit Delta to sell a 2.3% stake in WestJet to Air France-KLM, which is one of its main joint venture partners. This small stake would be sold to the European conglomerate for $50 million, subject to the European group's approval. As it happens, Air France-KLM is already a partner of Canada's second-largest airline. Ed Bastian, who has served as the chief executive officer of Delta Airlines since May of 2016, welcomed his airline's investment, stating, investing in a world-class partner like WestJet aligns our interests and ensures that we remain focused on providing a world-class global network and customer experience for travelers in the United States and Canada. Together, Delta and our airline partners are connecting the world and transforming the future of travel. In recent years, Delta and WestJet have flirted with the idea of establishing a joint venture. This would reportedly have served as much as 95% of the cross-border traffic between Canada and the US, as well as seeing their frequent flyer programs become more closely aligned. However, the airlines ultimately abandoned these plans at the end of 2020 amid unreasonable and unacceptable demands from US authorities. As for Korean Air, the airline will pay $220 million to acquire its 10% stake in WestJet. Korean and Delta Airlines will thus collectively own 25% of Canada's second-largest airline. In recent years, WestJet has teamed up with Korean Air to establish codeshare partnerships on various trans-Pacific routes, with a key deal being struck in 2022 regarding flights from Toronto and Vancouver to Seoul Incheon. More recently, in April of 2024, the two carriers further expanded their working relationship, with codeshares on flights from Seoul to 6 destinations in Asia. What do you think of these investments in WestJet? Should Air Canada and perhaps its US partner United be worried? Let us know what you think by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.